There's a couple different releases you can use to win on the slant, but we're going to build this in as many different spots as we can to try to make sure, again, we get the ball to one of our best players, if not our best player on the offense, with a chance to break a tackle and score a touchdown. So there's really two releases we teach on the slant. It's the one route that we have where you have to win inside, right? So if you get an inside leverage defender here, basically shutting you off from the inside, but you still have to get there, we're going to teach a three-step lock. Some people call it a diamond release. We're going to take 3 running strides to the fade, try to lock this defender's hits opposite where we're going. Then we're going to be violent with our inside hand, right? So we're going to move him with our stem, right? And then we're going to make sure he can't stop us by grabbing us with our inside hand. And we're going to come through flat and friendly to the quarterback. So here's a clip of Roman doing it against inside leverage. You can see here he's going 3 running strides, throw by and then back under flat. And you get a look at it here from the wide. What's his plan, right? His plan is to stem here, lock the defender's hips, be violent at the top end of the route, and then win inside. And then same idea here, if we get a head-up technique or our first step, the defender jumps outside, we're going to single jab, slip inside, push our stem to vertical, be physical here with a punch off, and then create space. Right, so Landon here does a good job single, he pushes back straight, and then right here, right, he's near forearm, near foot, punching off, creating separation. Again, we put this ball here with nobody deep. We feel pretty good about being able to advance it down the field. This is really the one time, right, where we tell a guy he's got to win in there because it's got to end up being ball from the quarterback, you and man. You can't run around it on this one, right? Can't speed cut it, can't go over the top. So we've got to use our technique. Again, so when are you going to get cover 0, right, and what does it look like? You know, fourth quarter, 4th down, right, on your side of the 50 is one of the places you're going to get it most often. How can you see it? Well, a lot of times you see it by game plan. Pre-snap for us, we tell our guys, right, if everybody is under 8 yards and there is nobody deep, it's cover 0. Now, a lot of the times we will call a play expecting it, right? We'll have a motion. That'll be a man zone indicator for the quarterback just to confirm the coverage. And then we will try to single up, again, our best receiver in a one-on-one from the hash out, right? And if you have a free rusher, which they do in this case, right, an extra guy here, the quarterback can hit and throw and get the ball out. Right, in this case, if it's slant, just rocker and throw and get it out. With a great chance, again, to win inside, great chance to advance with the throw. You watch, if we go back to the wide, right, you can watch Luke here with off cover, with off man coverage. We're going to push our vertical line to try to move the defender, and then we're going to come underneath flat as we can. Again, the idea being we have to be able to win this, right? They're going to play this style of defense. You're going to get it over and over and over unless you win in critical situations like this one and or generate some explosive plays, right? Some 20-yarders. But you can see here, this vertical line gets him to hop and open, and then we take that interior space. Again, different technique here, right? Really good job by Jalen at the bottom. Kind of similar situation, 4th quarter, trying to run the game out with one more score to win, nobody deep. Now we'll coach the slant at the bottom here. Again, this is all built in. We're in an open set, right? So we can't max protect. We only have the 5 up front and the back, but the built-in man beater here is going to be the slant. Now we tell the X, if he motors out of here, then we will motor. We'll set a new line of scrimmage, right? And then we'll come flat underneath. So really good job, Jalen, here recognizing the technique. The corner motors out, he motors out, and then he comes underneath against a nice flat angle. Again, the ball's right in front of my numbers. Got a chance to advance it up the field. So if we get caught and we don't have an opportunity to check into a cover 0 beater, we know there's one built in on the backside with the slant on some of these particular plays. Right, we always like that matchup. We like the fact that the ball can come out fast. Even here, if you get a green dog defender, right, he has the back. He circles back underneath. The ball comes out before he can land the blitz. Again, we'll also, when we know certain field zones, right, so low red zone, teams that are 0 pressure teams, right, we will max protect with everybody here. So the 5 up front, 2 tight ends. Then we'll motion, right, to confirm the coverage for the quarterback, and now we have what we want. Again, cover 0, single matchup against our best player. Andre extends this one in, but then straightens him up. He moves the defender. But if teams are going to play cover zero, then we're going to make them play our best player. So again, the game plan ways, or one of the best game plan ways, one of the best built-in ways is to throw to slant. You can see here we're gapped out, right? We've essentially got 8 blockers here, a motion guy to make sure the quarterback knows he's man, right, and a chance to put the ball on him, score a touchdown. Now we'll also, again, work an interior slant, trying to find the best possible matchup, right? So when you play somebody, usually this is the best DB, this is the second best DB, right? A nickel or safety against one of our better slots is going to be a good matchup, particularly, again, if they're going to play press on 1, off on 2. So our quarterback directly checks to this because he sees the no deep look, right? He sees the capped alley player with the safety here, probably coming off of this edge. So we know we have these two matched up into single coverage. Again, even with the green dog guy here, right, kind of still just hanging, he never really blitzes. The ball is out fast enough, right, where it doesn't matter. We put it on his up, we put it just a little bit behind him, but still most advanceable throw we got. And then the coaching for here, we just trust your speed and run straight. And just go like hell, no reason to cut back. Again, good look from the end zone, right, quarterback sees this movement. The nickel is capped, he checks to the interior slant. Again, throw short and run long is the mentality. Right, so even if you had a free blitzer here with the green dog guy, the ball would come out. And we'd be able to generate this explosive play. Again, a lot of times, right, kind of similar to what we talked about here in the beginning, you're not going to know you're getting cover zero. He's going to get called in odd situations. So here it's 3rd and 22. Right, in the 4th quarter in a tie game, this is not, we're expecting cover zero. Probably expecting 3-man rush, 8-man drop. Our quarterback knows, right, there's certain routes built into the play or certain matchups that if we get this, we're at least going to put these guys to the test and have a chance. So you can see this here. Again, a mug look up front, kind of a soft look in the back end, but everybody's pointing who has who. You get a delayed free safety blitz, but you also get single coverage against our best player. So we do a good job. Again, tailback here picks up the twist with the extra rusher. We have a free rusher coming from depth, but there's time for the quarterback to hit and throw, right, get to the back of his drop, 1, 2, 3, hit, and get it up. And so again, this is our best player in single coverage on 3rd and 22, which is probably about as good as anything as you're going to get in these situations. We win and convert it, ends up going down, winning the game. Again, this is not something we checked, right, or we had a chance to slide the protection because we weren't expecting it. Here comes your free rusher from depth, but the ball's out and the quarterback knows my answer to cover zero or my blitz answer is outside, right, to throw to the single. Same idea here. Sometimes you do it, right, because you know this is the best chance to get a one-on-one. So we're in the low red or kind of in the high red, right, the 14-yard line. Overload pressure look, man with no help. Again, your extra rusher here is that linebacker level. So the quarterback floats a little bit, but he knows this is going to be our cover zero answer. Right, throw it up to our best player, make him win one-on-one. Again, not ideal, right? You would like to have, and we'll talk about that in a second, right? Have an extra blocker in here, right? Maybe slide the protection the other way. Again, in this case, we're picking up as many as we can with only 6. Right, so we need an extra blocker here, but we know when he comes, the ball has to go outside there, right, with based on the play we have called. So sometimes you stick with the play and you go to the cover zero beater within the play. Again, like we talked about before, right, attack the guys who aren't the best cover guys, right, so the nickel, the nickel down here, the 2 safeties, right, kind of a zero hole-ish look. Right, where you don't get the green dog guy because he has the back, and actually he does green dog late, but we are going to go to the slot fade here, man-to-man. So again, pre-snap, this is the man side. If it's one high, right, we're going to work the fade, or if they overload pressure, we're going to attack there against no deep. Good adjustment, good finish. Again, not always perfect, right, but you always have a plan for it. You always know where we're going to go, what we're trying to attack.